Hello everyone, this is ICMAI Arunabha Chatterjee. I am back with a new video, but I know I'm a bit late with this topic. I guess most of you are already aware of the fact that the Institute of Cost Accountants of India has taken a bold step in fixing a minimum standard rate as stipend that the entire CMA fraternity, starting from the CMA intermediates, starting from the CMA finalists, and starting from the CMA newly qualified professionals, all the categories, if you are undergoing training in any corporates or in any other industries, can expect. But remember, these are only recommendations that the institute can provide or has provided. It's like one step the Institute of Cost Accountants of India has taken on your behalf, but the institute expects you or all of us to take our one or two step forward to actually make this normalized. Now why am I saying normalized? There are certain organizations under which already a minimum stipend of something around 15 to 18k is already being provided. Like suppose the PSUs, they already pay the CMA intermediates handsomely. But what about the newly qualified CMA professionals? But what about the CMA finalists who already has a few years of experience as an article? I hope you have. If you still have not, kindly join somewhere and get an articleship experience, live experience. I hope you can already check the pictures that I'm showing you. The picture states category XYZ. Now, the category XYZ, I hope you already are aware that they are the states divided on the basis of the cost of living. Kolkata and other states, which comes under category X, the CMA intermediate freshers, they can minimum at least ask 20,000 in year 1 in category X, category Y 18,000, category Z 15,000. The CMA final course, those who are CMA finalists in category X in year 1, they can demand 25,000 in category Y 22 and category Z 20. The CMA final qualified in year 1, if you are undergoing training, can demand 42,000, 40,000 and 37,000 for category X, Y and Z states respectively. Now again, let me say you that these are only for the trainings if you are doing training in the corporates and in the big conglomerates. Now, this is not available for the firms, for the cost accounting firms, to be very clear with this. Do you think on the basis of these recommendations, you can go and ask and demand these as your stipend? The answer is no. Or maybe the answer is yes. When it can be yes? It can be yes. You can demand this stipend, or you can demand even higher than this if you have basic technical skills, communication skills, proper body language, and you exhibit confidence and energy. Then you can demand more than this. Why is it a no? Why you cannot demand these recommendations to your organizations where you are interviewing if you do not have all these skills which I have just mentioned? The CMA intermediate appearing students who are complete freshers, who do not have any idea how an organization works, I can still relieve them from this huge pressure of having technical skills. But you must have the right communication skills, correct body language, correct body posture, and correct vibration that should come out from you to the interviewer. I cannot leave a single stone unturned for my CMA finalists. If you do not exhibit any one among these skills, you might not demand even these recommended stipends from the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. And my newly qualified CMA professionals, the same goes for you as well. Suppose you are appearing, suppose this is for my CMA finalists and the CMA professionals. You appear in an interview, you have good amount of knowledge, technical skills, you have amount of knowledge, but you are unable to communicate properly. Can you demand even these recommended stipends or wages in any other organizations? The answer is no. But they can demand from you that if you want to be employed with our organization, please settle down or renegotiate at a lower wage. And you will not have any other option, but you will have to settle down at a lower wage. Even then, that is being recommended for the training. This I'm talking about for all the categories, but especially for the CMA finalists and for the newly qualified CMA professionals. Suppose if somebody asks you a certain TDS rate, will you be able to say at that point of time? If somebody asks you anything from GST, will you be able to say it? Suppose if somebody asks you, which is your favorite subject, and you say, my favorite subject is Strategic Financial Management, SFM. If a small case study is provided to you, which has happened with most of us in our campus placements or in outside, will you be able to think at that point of time and answer accurately or near accurately, correctly? Nobody says that you need to know everything, but are you even near to the correct answer? Do you have those logics, those small logics? Are you aware about the basics which are required to clear the interview? If you do not exhibit any of these, as my thumbnail says, you don't have to demand more. They will demand less from you. Else, you will be shown the door. How can you demand more? By exhibiting all the skills which I have mentioned, and I have a video of it. Kindly check it out in my previous video options. The technical skills which are very much required other than your professional degree. Now, will only technical skills be a gateway? I am repeating this once again for your benefit. No. You need good communication skills, you need proper body language, and you need a bit of knowledge as well. It should not be a case like that at the time of your examination, you vomited everything out in the exam, in the answer sheet, and at the time of interview, you did not prepare well, and you went to the interview and you could not answer nearly anything. Now, answering everything is not the criteria for clearing an interview session. No. You need to exhibit confidence. You need to have right communication skills. You need to have correct body posture. Along with that, you might be knowing the basics which you should know, which you ought to know at that time. That is very important in an interview session. So again, these are the recommended wages by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. It depends on you whether you can fulfill these recommendations. You can go and demand higher than these recommendations, or they will command or they will demand lower stipends or wages than you demand. It depends on you. So think carefully. Act carefully. If you still do not know which are the technical skills which you ought to learn, please check out my previous videos. You will get a detailed answer and you can start preparing yourself accordingly. So, कुछ कदम इंस्टीट्यूट ने बढ़ाया है, कुछ कदम आप भी बढ़ाइए. Let's join hands and make CMA fraternity much better than it is currently. Thank you. Please help in sharing so that it reaches everyone and we can make the CMA fraternity a better place. please help in sharing the video. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.